Hey everybody, it's Mr. Lundquist here back with a podcast. It has been a while since I've done one. It's a company with a newsletter that is sent out with a link and some information, same information. I'll add a couple things in the podcast just to provide some more detail within the podcast. But really, first and foremost, big week's coming up here, right? Next week, the 19th, we begin 4 days a week in person. We are so excited to get kind of school back to somewhat normal. Again, 4 days a week starting next Monday. I've had a couple of students and families reach out who chose all virtual on the survey and would like to switch back to in-person. I ask that you reach out to me directly and send me an email. I'll ask for a couple business days to go through, because what I have to do now, because of the 3-foot rule by CDC, DHS, Public Health Madison, Dane County, we're following that guideline of 3 feet per class in the classroom. Is some classes, we are like pretty maxed out. Every class is a little bit different for different sections, and some classes have space and some don't have space anymore to meet that need. And so what I do is I go through each student's class in each section to make sure that there is room available. If there is not room available, the answer may be no. And I apologize that we are not able to accommodate all those requests because we certainly know that being here is important. We also have to be safe, and it takes work to kind of put a schedule together and put classes together. And so what we're doing is we are putting together desks and classrooms and spaces for 3 feet apart based on the numbers we have. So if you do reach out and ask for to switch, know that is a possibility that will not be an option. And that is whether it's now or later in the year. I just don't know if we can really accommodate the request at this point based on the data that we're pulling from March. But again, next week, the 19th, it starts. The schedule doesn't change. The actual daily bell schedule does not change when classes are Stat 1, Stat 2. That is all the same. We just have students here 4 days a week. One-way hallways are going to be the same. We'll have a couple different procedures. There are 2 different freshman stats that are going to move when their lunches to accommodate for more space in the cafeteria. Juniors and seniors, remember, you are allowed to leave for lunch, and that does help kind of alleviate some of the buildup in the cafeteria, because that is still 6 feet. Some students say, well, it's 3 feet now. No, not in the cafeteria. The cafeteria is still 6 feet when students are eating. So ask that students spread out to accommodate and to stay safe. But juniors and seniors, remember, you can leave for lunch, and that is an option that we somewhat encourage, just to give us space within the cafeteria. And then what else? One-way hallways will still be a thing. We're still going to continue the one-way hallways, no lockers. So all those procedures aren't changing. For those students who've been here 2 days a week, it's just going to kind of expand out to 4 days. Some of the other big things coming up is ACT Aspire. This actually impacts everybody. Freshmen, sophomores, you have ACT Aspire coming up on the 26th and 27th in the mornings. Mornings of 26th and 27th, those are Monday and Tuesday. In the morning, juniors and seniors, you do not need to be here. You can come for lunch. You certainly can come for your Stat 2. And then you need to be here at class week starting around roughly 1:03. And I actually do have a schedule linked into the newsletter, so check that out. Afternoon, we'll run half the courses in the afternoon on one day, half the other courses on Tuesday. Freshman, sophomore, you'll be here all day on Monday and Tuesday morning doing the testing within your stat group. So more information will be coming out, but know that does have an impact on everybody, because yes, a weekend to us having 4 days back, we have a funky schedule because of testing, and that is ACT Aspire. So 1:03 is when that class starts in the afternoon. Juniors and seniors, you'll be expected to be back here for that. And freshmen and sophomores will be here all day. There is a virtual option for those students who are all virtual to come in and take the test on the 28th of April and May 5th. And Ms. Corcoran has reached out and sent some information about that. On top of that, freshmen and sophomores who have a school-issued Chromebook, the expectation is you bring that Chromebook with you, charged, ready to go on that Monday and Tuesday. Again, if you are a freshman or sophomore, you have a school-issued Chromebook, have it charged and ready to go for Monday morning and Tuesday morning of the ACT Aspire test, so we can use those. Prom is coming up. We are slowly still working on the details with Prom. Again, it is Saturday, May 8th from 7 to 9. It is 2 hours. It's outside. We know that Dane County rules change, but I will tell you that staying 6 feet apart has to be able to have no mask. You have to know and guarantee that you will not be within 6 feet. So that's not the case. So you will be asking students and mandating that students wear masks. We're figuring out how to kind of get that information out there, what other information will be needed. We will not be having students from other schools No freshmen and sophomores will be allowed. No parents will be allowed to be there for pictures. If you want to do pictures, you have to do before or after. We will not have them, not extra bodies. And one of the big pieces that I know might be somewhat controversial, but for us, it's important to know this has been a stressful year. And oddly enough, prom court for some is exciting. For many, it is stressful. It is frustrating. And so this year, for this prom, we will not be having a junior senior prom court. Again, we are here to celebrate the entire junior and the entire senior class, not just 12 or 15 individuals, but the entire class. So there will not be court, but know that we will have 2 hours of music and just an opportunity to get dressed up, see friends, spend some time together. It'll be in a tent here at the high school. Not sure quite location yet. We're still working on a couple of things, but know that we will be having prom from 7 to 9 on May 8th. Graduation. We're excited on June 6th, 3 p.m. on that Sunday. For those who have been kind of paying attention, we're still working the details, but we've actually moved graduation still at Alliant in the facility, but to the Coliseum. We will not be in the exhibit hall. We will be in the Coliseum. They are having a number of graduations in the Coliseum, and it's easier for setup. They also just put in and installed a state-of-the-art ionization system, which also helps to keep things clean and keep things sterile. And so that is one thing. I don't know if sterile is the word, but it'll be clean. It'll be much cleaner to have the ionization system in there. And so we are moved to the Coliseum to give us more room to spread out. It's a big, beautiful place. I worked a couple of graduations there during my time at Littleton. So it's a beautiful facility. It'd be nice to hold graduation there. And we're excited about that. More details to come about exits and entrances and what we'll be asking people to do. As we'll be doing a visit ourselves to Alliant to the Coliseum in the next couple of weeks to do a walkthrough, get a good understanding of what that's going to look like. But it will also be streamed, and we're working on that streaming option as well. So families that don't feel comfortable, aren't able to make it, will be able to stream into the graduation ceremony. Another thing is the students and the faculty and the community were able to get over 400 items to the Neighbors Helping Neighbors. And, it's great. I'm really glad we're able to give stuff to a great cause. I think it's fantastic. I think we could have done it without having me be the singing, the motivation to get there. So now people are stuck with me singing and doing karaoke. So in all seriousness, I'm excited. Students had asked me, what are you willing to sing? I said, anything that's appropriate, I'm happy to sing, because really in the end, I've made a fool of myself plenty of times. And it'd be the poor people in the cafeteria listening to me put what you would call notes to a song out of I don't sing well, and so this won't go well for people's ears. But I'm excited. Glad we're able to get that. What a great cause. A great way to build community, and it's fun. So I will be singing karaoke at some point. I'm not sure when it will be or what that will entail, but excited for that. There will be a lot more information coming out regarding scholarship night. That will be coming up, and there'll be NHS induction night, and there's some things coming up here into May that we're really excited about. That we're hoping to do something here on campus in person. Might look obviously a little different, but really try to continue to do as much normal as we possibly can. I want to thank everybody for your patience as we've worked through this. I do want to reiterate to the community and to students, our communication, our honest communication with you and back and forth is really important regarding COVID. There have been a number of times where we get phone calls from families who won't share much information about a student not feeling well. That's really hard for us to keep our buildings safe if that's the case. If people aren't being honest or open, we get that there's privacy involved. But if a student was here around their peers that are here and they've either been, they have a positive COVID test or COVID symptoms, we need to know, not to violate your privacy, but we're trying to keep everybody in this building safe. So I want to, again, remind you of the importance of kind of this collective effort that we have to finish off the school year, especially as we get closer to events like prom, graduation. The last thing we need is to be able to say that people can't attend because that they are out. And the piece of being honest helps us to then track and keep people safe and do things the best we can. There is a student COVID health acknowledgement form that was in the newsletter before. I'm going to keep it there, because when you send students here, you're acknowledging that they are symptom-free and have not been around somebody who is positively tested positive for COVID. So far it's been very good, and I know that we're doing well, but when you start to hear things trickle out that this student has it and they're not sharing it, or this student might have it, it just becomes very difficult for us as ability to keep everybody safe. So please do your part, communicate with us, let us communicate back and forth. CJ Goodwin is our nurse. She is amazing. And everything she's doing is following the guidelines of our public health experts in our district. And so I just ask, please respect her and the work that she's doing as she calls and reaches out. She's doing everything she can to follow protocols and keep students safe. And that's what it's about. And I stand next to her with that and making sure that we're keeping everybody safe. So thank you for that. Again, a lot of big things going on with back to school next week. You will be getting, with this message, there is going to be an email, a message confirming what group you're with, because we have it in our system. There's also going to be, for those students, some students are returning for the first time in our building at all. The maps, guidelines, just a couple of reminders that you did see in January when we came back, that just a reminder. So you will see a letter with this confirming what group we have you in. And let us know if you have any questions. But between prom and graduation coming up and induction ceremonies, athletics, it was fun to see cross country this week at a football game and go to a volleyball match. I mean, it's been really fun. And I know there's a lot going on. We're excited to be able to get all these activities in, because right now it's just important that students are engaged. I also know that music is a big part of what we do here. And unfortunately, the county has not done the science and done the research and really allowed us to have an instrument play inside, even with the research that's out there regarding masking instruments and masking ourselves. For some reason, the county isn't doing that. So we're going to be communicating out, myself and working together with our music teachers and Dr. Salerno to really kind of pen something together to publicly acknowledge the importance of music, but also push public health Madison Dane County a little bit on this issue of playing instruments inside, especially safely. 71 counties in the state of Wisconsin are doing that. Unfortunately, we are not allowed to here. So those involved in music, I ask and urge and push to reach out to the county, reach out to county offices, representatives, county officials, public health medicine, and push and ask, right? If we can do wrestling, if we can do football, which are amazing things, and baseball and volleyball, I'm just curious why we can't do band inside. So know that it's a frustration point of mine, and one that I'll continue to work with our music department on and our district to push and to better that policy, because we know that we can do better than that. Thank you for everybody. We will see you soon. Enjoy this week, and we look forward to seeing everybody, all that are able to come back next week. And we're really excited for that next Monday. Thanks.